Hello, dear World of Warcraft friends. Today we've got a pretty annoying topic for players, but an interesting one overall. Casino bots are on the rise in World of Warcraft. At least that's the case in World of Warcraft Classic, and here it's really like this. Especially in Orgrimmar and Stormwind, tons of people are standing around and advertising casinos all the time. Not only is gambling a difficult topic in general, but these bots are obviously annoying too, and now the players have started an outright war against them. For one thing, as you can see here, people have found a way to knock out these casino bots if they're standing on this sign. Apparently you can't target them from below, but if you jump up onto this ledge above and then summon a certain mob, it will only target the casino bot and take it out. But that's not all, because by now this fight has been going on for days. Blizzard has also responded, and the players are tireless in their efforts. We can see this on Reddit, where someone uploaded a death montage that is a montage of casino bots dying. What the players are doing here is, when you summon this Infernal, it deals area damage around its impact point. Now the thing is, these bots are level 1 and therefore don't have much health. So if you summon an Infernal on their spot, they'll automatically get taken out by it. Of course, this doesn't solve the problem that these bots are suddenly gone, but they have to release every time, run back there again, and so on and so forth. And I can imagine that this would get on the nerves of the people behind it, because honestly, it's not efficient. Other than that, I just want to remind you, remember we have a big giveaway. As soon as we reach 38,000 subscribers, the winner will be drawn. One player can look forward to items from the WoW shop worth 100 euros out of my own pocket, and you can pick them out however you like. So feel free to check it out. Link is in the video description. All the important details are mentioned there. Anyway, moving on. Now, what's happening is that, especially on Reddit, players have come together because they're saying, hey, I can't be online 24 hours a day and keep summoning Infernals on these dudes all the time. That's why there are now proper Warlock rotations on some servers. So, Warlocks, for example, who are standing in OG or Stormwind, take turns and summon these Infernals whenever they're around to get rid of the bots. Personally, I find that a pretty funny story. I can also imagine that it really gets on the nerves of those operators. And as you can see, if you just Google it, we currently have a lot of posts just about this topic. Blizzard has actually responded now, but the whole thing has been simmering for about a week. And this was literally a thorn in the players' side, which is why they took matters into their own hands and tried to get rid of the stuff themselves. But only certain things actually work. For example, I also saw on Reddit how you can catch a plague in some area and then use it to get rid of those bots. So similar to how it was back then. Similar to the one from Zul'Gurub that killed everyone. But, yeah, the fight goes on. Botting has always been a very, very annoying topic in World of Warcraft. I still remember Wrath of the Lich King, when they laid out website names on the ground in front of the gates of Orgrimmar with bodies and so on and so forth. Sure, you can ignore them, but over time it obviously gets on your nerves too. So, what is Blizzard's reaction to this whole thing? We'll get to that in a moment. But for anyone who hasn't heard of it yet, here's what a casino bot is. These are bots that run gambling add-ons. They want your money because gambling is addictive and the odds are not in your favor. So in the end, it really is what it says it is. Yeah, that you hear. It's also included here. You have to pay your gold before you gamble anywhere in the game, and either you get it back afterwards or you don't. So not only do you have to have a lot of trust in these bots here, but yeah, it's also really annoying in the worst case. Apparently the classic slash roll system isn't used here, but some other things. Because it says here that it's sometimes manipulated, so players who just jump in hoping to make some quick gold usually get ripped off here. then in the end it's like gambling in real life, you know, like more keeps coming. Now I've lost, but I wanted to win it back. And then suddenly you're completely broke. That's how it ends up. As I said, Blizzard has since commented on this. We can see that here. The casino thing seems to be in fashion right now. Just to confirm, we are aware it's still against policy to advertise a casino. So keep reporting them or dropping infernals on them. So they say themselves that seems to be in fashion right now. And yes, that's illegal, so it's against the terms of service. And accordingly, they urge players to keep reporting them or just throw infernals at them. Then they say here that apparently the gold sellers have discovered that this is a very easy way to get gold, and above all, it's cheap. And that's why this is the new trend now. Sure, if you manipulate the whole thing and you get, I don't know, 5,000 gold each from 20 people, that's easy. You caught watchers' attention, so we have a few folks looking into ideas on how we can make getting these people out of the game much faster. Trying to find out what they can do right now um, to ultimately ruin the fun for those people. And they even write here, they hopefully piss off. Don't expect any sort of big fanfare mission accomplished banner for this one. This is one of the ones that you hopefully don't even notice stopped happening if we get it right. Also, don't expect us to roll out the fanfare and say mission accomplished for this one. This is one of the ones that you hopefully don't even notice stopped happening if we get it right. So don't expect us to make a big fuss here and say, yeah, we did it, but it'll probably happen quietly in the background. But that also makes sense. Well, I'm not really familiar with development, but I think it would be really stupid if Blizzard said, hey, we're doing this and that against the casino botters, and then they just find out what Blizzard is doing and get around it in some way. So let's wait and see how the whole thing develops. I'm really, really curious, and I'm especially keeping my fingers crossed. Yeah. Hoping for the best for the classic community, because in the end, it's super, super annoying. It would really get on my nerves too, and people are just profiting from players getting ripped off. Let's see how the whole thing develops. Feel free to share your experiences with it in the comments, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Take care.